What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So currently recording this after game one of Dallas and Boston. What a game that was, or what a game that really wasn't. Regardless, we got some news, and it's about the Lakers head coaching search, as we've been told pretty much the whole time that JJ Redick was going to be the favorite, but now apparently it's going to be Dan Hurley out of UConn. Now, there is a potential I'm just overthinking this, but I feel like this could change a lot for the Lakers. So let's just go ahead and explain that when we jump in. We're going to do this Lakers video, and it's going to be a little bit different just because I feel like I said, the hiring of Dan Hurley could change everything for the Lakers. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. So let me go ahead and just start talking up top. And please tell me if you think I'm overthinking this. So let me make sure I'm trying to say this correctly. But Shams is obviously, represented by Clutch Sports, so he's definitely close with Rich Paul. And this whole entire time, and even I think it a couple days ago, or whenever it was, he was actually on record and saying that JJ Redick is the guy they're zeroing in on. And out of nowhere, all of a sudden, it's Dan Hurley, which Woj is saying. Obviously, LeBron James, they say that he has nothing to do with the head coaching search, but JJ Redick is a good friend of his, podcast buddy or whatever. But now that all of a sudden shifts and Shams didn't say anything about the Dan Hurley thing, it feels kind of weird. It feels like the Lakers are not going to pivot whatever LeBron James wants. That's kind of what it feels like to me. But they're also making sure and saying that, like, oh, we do still want to draft Bronny. That way Dan Hurley could be the guy that develops him or whatever. But they really made an emphasis on that. Woj in his reporting really made an emphasis on that they want to develop players. They're young players, and still think Rui and Reeves and all them can take another jump. But those are the guys you're going to have to throw in trades to go for another superstar, which is what LeBron James seems like he always wants, is to go get another star. So it feels weird. It feels like this offseason could be very much impacted by this. Allow me, like I said, please tell me if I'm overthinking this, but will the Lakers not trade for a third star now? Are they really going to just primarily focus on, like, keeping Reeves, Rui? I know they do have some, like, other contracts potentially, but it seems like they really want to put a focus and they want to build a long-term program, as Woj kept saying. So maybe they don't trade for, like, a Trae Young or a DeJounte Murray this offseason. Maybe LeBron James. I know he's also a fan of Dan Hurley, so I don't know this would, like, piss him off that much. But it definitely feels weird. I don't know. It's just a little odd. Now, we do not have Dan Hurley in 2K, so just pretend this bald dude is Dan Hurley. So that's the best we could do today. But yeah, so apparently, if he does get the job, it's not official yet, but it feels like it could potentially happen. So I guess I might be jumping the gun a little bit here. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to do this video differently. But if we can get Bronny at 55, which is what they keep saying, but I still wonder if a team's going to draft him, obviously, in the first round, just because maybe they get LeBron. Like I said, if you're the Phoenix Suns, you pretty much have nothing to lose. Maybe you just draft Bronny and hope LeBron James would sign with you. I don't know, man. But let's go ahead. Like I said, this would be one of the tradable first-round picks that the Lakers have, as they have 3 tradable firsts, as they've kept hinting at. But now that they have the 17th overall pick, and Dan Hurley is going to be part of developing some of the young players, maybe they just draft with 17. And then, like I said, they haven't been saying that'll be taken, used to take Bronny. So I think we're going to go to 17 to start this video, and we're going to draft somebody. So Donovan Clingan is not falling this far, but if he did, that'd be kind of crazy. We have Jacoby Walter, we have Tijon Salon, we have Dalton Connect, we have Keelan Ware, Tristan Da Silva, Ryan Dunn, Missy, Wagner. So there actually is some pretty good options here. If Clingan was here at 17, I think you'd take him. Part of me doesn't want to take him because it just feels super unrealistic for him to even ever make it this far. And, I've gotten him in, I just did a video on him on the Grizzlies. Now, I have taken Jacoby Walter before as well. I kind of want to take Tijon Salon just because I know he can actually get really good here. Dalton Connect would obviously be a great fit as well. Keelan Ware wouldn't be too bad. But give me Tijon Salon. Why not? Let's take Tijon Salon at 17. High upside swing for the Lakers. And then, like I said, if Bronny James is here, but I don't think he will be because he's always taken. Let's go ahead and see where he went. It'd be funny if he went to the Phoenix Suns, but probably not, right? So let's see. Where did he go? Bronny James was drafted to the Cavs. Oh, my goodness. Oh boy, that's kind of ironic. So Bronny goes to Cleveland. Dude, if that happened, I think everybody would be freaking out. They'd be like, LeBron James is a Cav for sure now. Like, oh my goodness. I kind of want to let it happen now. Like, that organically just happened. Bro, the gig, like, if that happened on draft night, which I'm not saying it would, but the gig would be up. Everybody'd be like, oh my goodness. LeBron's return to Cleveland. Do I let it happen, bro? Like, I might just let that happen. Now that they drafted him, we might just let that happen, bro. That'd be kind of crazy. I mean, obviously LeBron James isn't going to just sign with Cleveland because they can't offer him enough money. But I wonder if I could force him on the Cavs. I think we got to. For the sole purpose of them drafting Bronny like that, and it makes so much it makes so much sense. I can't even speak right now. But let's take a little quick break, and let's go ahead and get back to work after this message. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. If you play on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS app, having a tool like this is so clutch at finding good plays right in front of you without having to do any research whatsoever. So, NBA Finals, of course, just ended, so there's probably not going to be, or Game 1, but there's probably not going to be any NBA plays on the board, and the board is super dry at the moment, so not a lot of good examples, but what it does, it basically compares discrepancies across multiple sports books. So pretend this is like a basketball play. As you can see, if like this was like rebounds or something, you have a couple books, like Underdog has it at 29, but they're listing it with favored to go under. And then you have another book listing at 26.5, so a clear discrepancy there. Same thing with this situation. This one's even better. You have two books under this 26.5, so you're getting the value on taking under on PrizePicks when two other books listing at 24.5, 25.5. So that's basically how this tool works. It compares discrepancies and then shows you the juice across sports books. Like I said, you can use this on PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS app. And of course, I use it on PrizePicks. PrizePicks is another app I am partnered with. So if you want to check out PrizePicks, the link is also down in the description below. Since there's no basketball examples on the board, I cannot show you that at the very moment. But how it works, you choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players being 3 times your entry, all the way up to 6 players being 25 times your entry. Make sure to check out PrizePicks. Link is down in the description below. They match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. And DGF gives you 25% off your first month when you use code Crushables. So other than that, let's get back to the video. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and head straight to qualifying offers. So since Max Christie is a young player, part of this young core, we are going to try to bring him back. And then LeBron James is a free agent. Bro, like I mentioned, though, the 76ers are trying to sign him as well, which I could actually see that happening because Philadelphia does have cap space. The Pistons are trying to get him. The Pacers are trying to get him. But I'm forcing him in Cleveland in this video, bro. I'm going to do it. Why not? D'Lo, I'm not sure if he'll be back with the Lakers either, but if we do lose LeBron James, which that would actually open up a lot of cap space, I would imagine, right? So let's go ahead and see what our salary cap breakdown is looking like. So $224 million, but that is considering we have a cap hold, I imagine, of obviously LeBron James. Like, that's going to be a big cap hold. So $71 million, and then D'Lo. So I'm not bringing back D'Lo to this team. I don't think he'll be back with the Lakers. Although I could have, I'm not going to bring him back. So Taurean Prince, probably not bringing any of these guys back. So let's just go ahead and renounce all these cap holds here. Jackson Hayes, and then we're not going to renounce Christie's, obviously, but we'll renounce these guys. So that'll free up a little bit of money, and then LeBron James, $71 million cap hold. Since I'm not going to bring him back just because I think it just makes so much sense if he just left based off what has happened, let's just go ahead and renounce his cap hold as well. That way we know how much money we have exactly. So LeBron James now unrestricted, and we do have the money to sign someone in free agency. So now that LeBron James is going to go to Cleveland since they drafted his son, this is what we're working with. So Austin Reeves potentially becomes our best player. Hoshifino might get some more minutes here. So we are going to use our money wisely on somebody to bring them in. So now that D'Lo, we have Kevin Porter Jr. So point guard position, probably not what we're going to look at. Shooting guard position, is there any... This free agency class sucks, though, to be honest with you. So we don't really have, like, the luxury of signing someone who's going to save the day. What do we got? We got Tobias Harris, Obi Toppin, Patrick Williams. I mean, again, it's not great. Jalen Duren is always here for whatever reason. Does not make any sense at all. All right, so I think I'm going to maybe we do make... Nah, I don't think we can make a trade. I don't want to trade any draft picks. So we only have 2 tradable firsts at this moment. So I think we just go ahead and sign some role players in free agency. We're not going to really find any stars here by any means. So we have our shooting guard, small forward, power forward locked down probably at this moment. And we do need a backup center as well. So I'm going to move Tijon Salon to small forward because he goes up immediately. So he's going to play right away for us, which feels good. So he's going to be the backup 3, so we don't need a backup wing. So basically, we need a starting point guard more than likely, and then just some bench pieces everywhere else at this point. So I've made my offers in free agency. So basically, I'm just looking to sign a few good role players here with the money that we have. So I'm trying to get Tyus Jones as Sadiq Bey. Xavier Tillman would be a luxury as well, but it looks like I could go over the cap if I sign him. So yeah, I'm going to try to get Tyus Jones and Sadiq Bey here. And we are going to get both of them. So that's actually 2 really solid additions, which I like. Sadiq Bey as a long-term piece going forward, which feels good. Backup 5 position, it's not a lot of great options here, unfortunately. We got like Drew Eubanks, Christian Wood, Montrezl Hill, Will Hernangomez, Mo Bamba's all the way down here. Maybe Mo Bamba is the best chance we got. We can take a flyer on him. So I'm going to sign Mo Bamba, and I think at that point, we just wait on Max. Oh, I did not mean to renounce Max Christie there at the end. That is a little disappointing. So that was an accident. Can I get him back still? I don't know how much he was asking for. Max Christie, was he a small forward or was he listed as shooting guard? I'm pretty sure he was. Oh, there he is. So we should be able to get him back, right? Ooh, we might not be able to get him back. I did not mean to renounce him, though. That kind of sucks. So maybe we can get him on the last day of free agency. Maybe he's still here. So that's probably what I'll try to do. I wanted to keep him around, so hopefully he's able to still sign with us. Maybe he does not. Maybe he has no point or no intentions of coming back here after we just did that to him. So he is still... Okay, so we should get him back, which is great. So we're going to get him back, which is fantastic. LeBron James is still a free agent. Like I said, once he signs somewhere, I'm going to force him on the Cavs, bro. I think for the culture, we got to do it. So I'm going to force him on the Cavs. And then we do have the ability to sign one more player. Maybe since Mo Bamba is like a third string, who actually, I forgot he played for the Lakers for a second, by the way. So he comes back. Maybe we could get like Koloko. I didn't realize he was still here. So we could sign Koloko. Maybe take, I know he may never play basketball again. I don't know what his status is nowadays, but I know that's the reason why he stopped playing. But you know what? Screw it. He's in 2K. I'll get him. So why not? So we'll get Christie and Koloko on the last day. And player progression, AD is going down. Rui goes down. Salon is up. Vanderbilt is up. Christian Koloko is up, which is kind of nice. Now we got him on a bargain deal, and he's developing, which is fantastic. Christie, Hochifino. So that's all looking great. So we're probably going to next season. And the reason why we signed Tyus Jones, by the way, is we just needed a point guard at this moment, and then he'll be tradable for a first-round pick easily. I mean, Tyus Jones is one of the better backup point guards in the NBA. Could potentially start somewhere as well, which he'll start for us. And then he can get his, assist-to-turnover ratio back up to what it used to be. He'll be valuable. We trade him for a first. It's going to work. So I'm not really expecting much by this team, so let's go ahead and take a look. So we got Tyus Jones, Reeves. Saddiq Bey is going to start, which is interesting. So I think he's listed as small forward right now, which is why. I'm actually going to move him to power forward. He is going to go down, but I'm going to list him at power forward, and he may start over Vanderbilt, which would be fine for the spacing. So they actually want to start Vanderbilt still, which is fine. So Tyus Jones, Reeves, Rui, Vanderbilt, AD, Saddiq Bey, Tijon Salon, Koloko, Gabe Vincent, and Mo Bamba. So I think since we're running, we already got, I think we're going to run a 9-man rotation, and then this is what we'll run with. So this video, by the way, of course, still doesn't make a ton of sense because is LeBron James going to actually leave? Probably not, but we're just kind of doing this for fun at this point. Just based off how the video went, it's kind of fun, right? I hope you guys are enjoying it anyway. And then, is there anybody else? We could probably send Terrence Shannon to the G League if we sign another player, which we will do. All right, so now the main thing is we got to make sure we're developing these guys. So, shot tendencies, let's take a look at that. So, AD shot tendency is 75, which feels extremely low for him. Reeves, since you are probably the best second guy here, we're going to go ahead and try to push you to be really good. Tyus Jones, we can push that up a little bit. Rui, same thing with you. Bey is already a 64, so we may push that up a little bit as well. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to expect this season. Probably expecting a pretty bad year. And then maybe AD conversations up. Maybe we could trade him away and really start to focus on just like developing young players here in LA, which is something they usually don't do. So yeah, it just makes for an interesting video. And then last but certainly not least, we're gonna send Terrence Shannon, or do we send Maxwell Lewis? Let's see, Shannon or Lewis to the G League. Lewis is on a contract for a few more years, so we'll go Lewis to the G League. Okay, where did LeBron James go? Because I'm gonna put him on the Cavs, like I said, for the culture. So LeBron James went to Detroit, so I'm gonna go put him on the Cavs. We're gonna simulate to the end of the season. We'll see how this season goes. At the end of season number 1, Nikola Jokic wins MVP. Alex Sarr is your Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, 6th man in Brooklyn. Okay, Victor Wembanyama, Defensive Player. Wiseman, Most Improved, and Steph is your Clutch Player. And Chris Finch is your Coach of the Year. And Nathan Mack is your Executive. So, here's your All-NBA first team. Jokic, Doncic, Edwards, Giannis, and Trae Young. You have LeBron James back in Cleveland making All-NBA second team, which is cool to see. Wemby, Sabonis, AD, LaMelo Ball. So, AD still makes an All-NBA second team, which is fantastic. Here's your All-NBA third team, and offensive first team, and all defensive second team. So, Anthony Davis making that, which is great to see. So, we're actually still pretty good. We ended up as the second seed in the West in Cleveland. Rightfully so as the first seed in the East because of, obviously, LeBron James. And then Bronny is down here somewhere as well with them, which is nice. But if we take a look at the player stats, we had 23.6 from Reeves. So, Reeves actually led the way after he boosted his shots in the CL, which is great to see. 23.5 from Anthony Davis, and then Tyus Jones 16 and 5. So, like I said, we gave him a 2-year deal. We could either trade him or play him out next season. Sadiq Bey we signed long term because I like him as a role player here in 2K. If we move him back to small forward, he probably goes up in overall, and I think he shoots very well from. Oh no, he didn't in this one. 31% from 3. It's not great. Rui 14 points, 8 from Tijon Salon, and then 7 from Vanderbilt. Koloko with 4 and 5, and Gabe Vincent with 4. So not too shabby. But let's see what we can get out of round 1 as we draw the Memphis Grizzlies in round 1. So here goes nothing. John Morant, Bane, Vince Williams, Sandy Aldama, Jaren Jackson, Smart. Definitely going to be a tough series, but somebody curve around against them, and we are going to sweep them. So off to a great start, and the Thunder get eliminated by the Mavericks. So we draw the Mavericks, who were less than impressive tonight. The fact that they got it to 8 in the third quarter, though, was kind of crazy, but then the Celtics took off again from there. But yeah, here goes nothing. I don't know if we beat Luka Doncic in round 2. I think that's going to be a little bit tough to do, but here goes nothing, like I said. And we are in an even series with them so far. It would be kind of crazy if we won a championship after LeBron and D'Lo just left us like that, which obviously I let them go, but you know what I mean. So, like, it'd be kind of crazy after we lost those two, which we're in a somewhat close game, and it looks like they're starting to run away with game 5, which kind of, oh, we almost made it close there at the end. All right, so game 6, got to win it or we're going home, and we force game 7 back to LA if we win this game 6. So here goes nothing, and it is not looking particularly great, but maybe. We're down 3 with 7 minutes left. Not out of the ballpark yet, but I'm not sure we're going to ever catch this lead here, but maybe we do. Slowly going with it. Down 6. The score hasn't moved in quite a few minutes, and there we go. 3-point lead. Oh, they score again. We're right there, and we tie it. Now, can we take the lead? Tie it again. They take the lead. We tie it again. OT, here we go. We forced overtime. We take the lead early on. All right, can we keep it? All right, 5-point lead. Nope, that quickly becomes a lead for the Mavericks. We take it back and forth game so far. Tie game again. The Mavericks take the lead with 5. I think we lost. Damn, we put up a good fight, but unfortunately lost in the second round. And Austin Reeves 34-38 from Anthony Davis. Really unfortunate. Very close series, but we do lose. So we got the Timberwolves and the Cavs. And the Cavs still lose with Anthony Edwards, obviously, because he's like a freaking 97 overall in 2K based off the last update that they did. So yeah, and then here is your retirement. So LeBron James is going to keep going one more year with Mr. Bronny James. So draft lottery time. The Spurs are going to have 2 picks in this lottery. Oh, 3, actually, which I'm not. Oh, 4. Well, Chicago's pick, maybe it's not protected this year. So they get Blazers have 1, Raptors 2, Jazz 3, and then Spurs have back-to-back at 12 and 13. And then our pick is at 28, but I'm pretty sure this goes to the Pelicans. As much as I would love to pretend we get to keep our pick, the Pelicans had the right to, obviously say, okay, we want their pick next year. And for whatever reason, I guess 2K did not have that fixed or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and send that pick to the Pelicans because that is their pick in real life. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll figure out what we're doing next after we almost made it to the conference finals. So we do have a few second round picks here, but I'm just going to let the assistant GM draft whoever they want. But part of me wants to maybe, so we, I don't know if any of these guys are worth it. I guess we'll sign the one guy. So we'll sign him. But part of me wants to actually potentially make a trade for another star here because we should be able to afford, well, Austin Reeves will have to be paid next year, but we should be able to afford to maybe bring in one star. Do we have cap space though? We do have like an MLE, a small one, but we don't have like cap space. So, Tyus Jones, Gabe Vincent. But yeah, we have Gabe Vincent, Tyus Jones money. We have Austin Reeves. I think if we brought in a point guard, that would be pretty awesome. I think that's kind of where I'm at with this roster. As much as I love Tyus Jones, he's on a 1-year deal. We'll have to pay him next year, and I'm sure he's going to want a little bit more money next year. And I think I'd rather delegate that to an actual star. Like I said, as much as I'm a big fan of Tyus Jones' game, I think trading for and maybe getting a better backup center this offseason, although Koloko might develop even more, would probably be beneficial. So I think that's where we're going to go with this. I'm kind of thinking at the top of my head, someone who's always available. Like De'Aaron Fox immediately came to my mind. I don't get him that often, so maybe we can get him. But yeah, we'll take a look at all of our options and see if we can get a point guard here in LA to pair with AD and Reeves. So kind of mentioned earlier, one of the point guards I'm going to target, but the other one is going to be in Charlotte. I'm going to see if I can get LaMelo Ball as well. He's only making $38 million. It will jump up to $40 million next year, but that's a lot cheaper than him making $50 million or something like that. So LaMelo Ball is definitely somebody I'm going to try for. Then Sacramento's De'Aaron Fox. He will have to be paid next offseason though. So basically the reasoning for this is, Sacramento, they sucked again. They're the 14th seed. Charlotte, they were a play-in team again. Does LaMelo eventually ask out? I'm not sure. He seems a lot more mature than obviously he used to be, but I could definitely see those rumors creeping up eventually. That, oh, wow, LaMelo wants out of Charlotte or something. LA, the possible landing destination. You guys know how it goes. But, so yeah, I think I'll start with LaMelo because obviously he gives you a lot more of a ceiling in 2K. And then we'll go to De'Aaron Fox, so I know we could easily get, because he's very easy to trade for in 2K, kind of weirdly enough. But let's try to get LaMelo Ball in LA. Obviously, his brother played here once upon a time. We have some guys that we could throw to them that I think they'd enjoy. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this happen. So, of course, we're going to need some salary filler in here. So we start with Tyus Jones and Gabe Vincent as salary filler. And then we can throw it might have to be Hood Schifino in here because we don't really have a young player. Tijan Salon is someone I would love to keep off the table. But if you're getting LaMelo Ball, I think Tijan Salon might have to be in the trade. So that could be troublesome. So I think I'm going to... I don't know. If I'm getting LaMelo Ball, I think we might have to include Tijan Salon, but this would be worth it, I think. So I'm going to also include a few firsts because I think the Lakers first would be freed up. So, and then we need a little bit more money in here. Maybe I'll throw, wait, how much more do we need in this trade? Okay, so we need like a Hood Schifino or a Koloko or Mo Bamba. Let's say we do Mo Bamba because we're trading Tijan Salon. Maybe they'd be okay with this. So it's Tyus Jones, Gabe Vincent, Tijan Salon. As much as I hate to trade him, but we're getting LaMelo Ball. 2 firsts, and then Mo Bamba or LaMelo Ball. They agree. We get LaMelo. So LaMelo Ball is a Laker. Let's go. So LaMelo Ball is a Los Angeles Laker, along with Hood Schifino. Austin Reeves is still here. Now that obviously takes a shot of our depth a little bit, but Koloko will be our backup 5 as he keeps developing. And then we have Hood Schifino and Jander Vanderbilt. Rui, and then we just need, and Jalen Hood Schifino is going to play some minutes this year. Christie is a free agent. Try to bring him back. So I think we just need a shooting guard or small forward. We should be good. Hopefully it gives me the bird rights in Christie, which it doesn't, unfortunately. So how much is he asking for now is the biggest question here. So he is asking for, is he even here? So Max Christie. I know if you move to small forward, he actually goes up quite a bit. So let's see, because I didn't mean to renounce him. So he'd still be a restricted free agent. So he's up to a 76 now. Shout out to him. I guess we'll bank on trying to get him on the last day of free agency. So let's see who we could get. So we got Alex Caruso. We could bring him back to LA. Now, unfortunately, he would just go down in overall, which is why I'm kind of hesitant to bring him in. But, you know, a guy that you really can't go wrong in signing, and that is Mr. Isaiah Joe. Give me Isaiah Joe all day on this Lakers squad. So it does still list Christie available to me, but we'll see if that stays that way. So we get... Isaiah Joe. So now we'll see if we get Christie off of the free agency market as well. So he is not there yet. So let's see. He is asking for, like I said, like $7 million. But he's still here. It says he's restricted. So we should be able to get him back regardless of what happens. So that's good. So we should get Christie back no matter what, which feels great because we need him back. So for depth. And we should get him, which is nice. So hopefully he just comes back as qualifying offer. And yeah, he does. Boom. Okay, so we got him back. So now we have Anthony Davis regressing, which is to be expected. LaMelo Ball is partnered up with him now. Austin Reeves, Rui, Sadiq Bey, Jalen Schifino is up to a 77, which is fantastic. Max Christie is listed as shooting guard right now. But since obviously he's 6'5", I think we can get away with him being at small forward a little bit, playing there just a tad bit, nothing crazy. So let's take a look at our salary cap breakdown now. So we are still under the second apron, but we're definitely up there in the luxury tax. Or no, we have a little bit more room, it looks like, about $2 million. But we are getting there for sure. All right, so let's get, and I'm assuming we're going to have to sign a couple players, so that's probably going to put us in the luxury tax. But hey, with the Lakers, we just got LaMelo Ball. We're going to go try to win a championship now. Let Reeves, LaMelo, and AD cook all three together. So that's how we do things here. And LaMelo Ball is still young enough that he kind of fits on that young timeline the Lakers are potentially painting out for the future. So let's get into next season, and let's take a look at it. Let's see what it's going to go, it's going to look like. So Pyrex is going to land his 4th overall. Proficiency's 4-star, and here is your rotation. So it's LaMelo Ball, Reeves, Rui, Vanderbilt, AD, Sadiq Bey, Max Christie, Isaiah Joe, and Christian Koloko. So that actually leaves Jalen Schifino out of the rotation. I'll run 10-man. That way he gets some minutes this year. And then last but certainly not least, one thing I wanted to look at is how many free agents do we have coming up? Because I know we have quite a bit. So free agents, which that's not what I want to do. Let's just go look at it this way. So we are now in the luxury tax by negative 19K. So all right, so Rui is a free agent. Austin Reeves is gonna have to get paid. Koloko is gonna be a free agent, and then Max Christie, we'll have to get him back if we want to. So yeah, team's gonna get expensive, of course, but we only have 2 max players, which is, you know, kind of the theme of this new CBA. Having 3 max players makes it really hard, but I think you only have 2. Should be good. Hopefully Reeves doesn't ask for like anything crazy. But he had a really good year last year. We'll see how it goes with LaMelo Ball joining the fold, and hopefully we end up having a good regular season again and going far in these playoffs this time around. At the end of year 2, Luka wins MVP, DJ Wagner Rookie of the Year on the Nets, Stephon Castle 6-man Wemby Defensive Player, and Stephon also wins Most Improved on wait, no, that was Wagner who wins Rookie of the Year, and Stephon Castle, they just look the same. They have like the same face. Okay, that's what it was. Defense Player goes to Wemby, and then Clutch Player goes to Damian Lillard. Billy Donovan is the Coach of the Year. 6-man, and oh no, I did see him twice. He won 6-man and Most Improved. Okay, so it wasn't crazy. All right, regardless, here we go. So All-NBA first team, All-NBA second. So we get AD on the All-NBA third team, 20 and 11. But here is your final stats, and we ended up as the third seed in the Western Conference. And we also successfully were able to re-sign Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, which is nice because both of them signed for fairly cheap, especially in this new CBA, $13 million per year for Rui. And then Reeves, I was kind of surprised. I thought he wanted like $20 million, but he upped for $15 million. So, and then he'll have 16. He'll make 17 at the end. So, taking a little bit of a team-friendly deal. Reeves is a pretty good person off the court, so maybe he would do that. Maybe not. I don't know. Seems like every player wants to get paid, of course. You know, definitely, rightfully so. But let's go ahead and take a look and see if we can go far in these playoffs or not. So, I am going to go to a 9-man rotation in the playoffs. I think we gotta have to. So, they want to start Sadiq Bey, which I don't hate. What did he do this year for us? So, he averaged 13 on 36% shooting from 3, so a lot better than last year. Now we get the Pelicans around 1, AD's former squad, who have CJ, Herb, Brandon Ingram. Miles Turner's their starting center now, who obviously would be like a perfect fit next to Zion, so I actually like that a lot for them. But we'll see if we can beat them. We got LaMelo for a reason, obviously hoping to go win a championship, so let's see if we can get out round 1 at the very least, which we do successfully. Now we get the 7-seeded Utah Jazz, who got Keontae George, Ace Bailey is in Utah. They got Miles Bridges and Markkanen's coming off the bench. But outside of that, they also have Kispert as well. But outside of that, I think we have the better squad, but you never truly know with this game, and we are going to beat them in 5. So just like that, we go from the second round to the conference finals. Cleveland gets bounced in round 2. I believe they had LeBron James for another year. He decided not to retire. So yeah, he ran it again, and unfortunately, they got Jamal Murray instead of Donovan Mitchell, which is interesting, but they still lose. All right, so we get Minnesota. Obviously, we're playing Anthony Edwards. Who really knows how this is going to go? But Edwards versus LaMelo, you know, obviously 1 and 2 in their draft class, but so far not good for us unless we even it up here, which we do. Okay, we're not done yet. So here we go. I think they won both games on our home floor, and then we won on their home floor, which is kind of nice. But kind of like how that Nuggets series went on a little bit. But here we go. Can we win Game 5? That's the biggest question. So we went from the second round of the conference finals, and this time we're not going to win Game 5. We are in trouble. So we got to win Game 6 and force a Game 7 back to Minnesota. Easier said than done, of course. Here we go. Rui's going to start again. Game 6 in Minnesota. Prayers up that we win this one to force a Game 7 to LA. And it's, okay. It may happen. Maybe if we don't blow a lead here. We have it right now. We got a close game, and we are going to beat them. So we force a Game 7. LaMelo with 31. So Game 7, Orlando awaits us if we're able to beat the Timberwolves in a huge, pivotal Game 7. Are we running a 9-minute? No, let's go 8-minute rotation. Let's put backs against the wall, have 8 players play this rotation. Game 7 in LA. Let's win this bad boy. Come out firing. Come on, man. Let's win this series. All right, so we got a lead right now. Can we run away with it? No, they get it, and we're down bad now. Damn, bro. I would have loved to have seen us go far and make it to the finals. I think we could have won, but fortunately, we lose. Timberwolves are too tough to beat. And the Magic go on to beat them in 4. So would we have beat the Magic? That remains to be seen. But they did dominate. So Franz and Paulo, Jalen Suggs are all developing really well for them. So shout out to them. But LeBron James is going to call it a career now. He played a couple years with the Sun, and he'll end it there. All right, so we do not have a draft pick, of course. We traded it for LaMelo Ball, rightfully so. And now we can go to staff signing once again, although this is completely filled out, so we're good on that department. Now we go straight to player options. So what do we want to do now? Like, how do we upgrade this roster? Because clearly what we have is not good enough at the moment. So I do want to bring all 3 of these guys back. Then free agency, I don't imagine we have like the money to do anything too crazy. We can sign Isaac, which would be fun. We can bring back Koloko, who's restricted now. You know, weird. Part of me wants to trade Anthony Davis. I don't know why, but he's probably going to get worse. And we pair pair LaMelo with a different 5-man. That's kind of where I want to go with this, but it all depends on the offer. So let's go check what the offers would be. Cade Cunningham and Lonzo would be kind of crazy, but that doesn't make any sense. Unless if we play like No, I can't make sense of it. That's not happening. This would be wild. We got Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen. Yeah, no, not happening. Kawhi and Zubac. AD's trade value is insane, though. So we got to make sure it kind of makes sense, though. We don't want to do like an unrealistic trade. Randall Robinson, Cameron Thompson, Nick Claxton. You know, Claxton would be awesome. Maybe we just keep AD. Josh Giddey, no. Carly Towns, DeAndre, and Anthony. No, I'm good on. Okay. Not sure I really loved any of those offers, but maybe I try to build my own trade fairly quickly. But let's go ahead and let's cook here. So I am going to go ahead and sign Jonathan Isaac because we can get him for $5 million on a small MLE. Sign me up for that. I'm going to bring back Christian Koloko as well. And then Max Christie, I want to bring back. Terrence Shannon, I'm fine with renouncing him, and that's fine. So let's see. Can I get Max Christie? It still doesn't give me his bird rights, which is interesting. Is he restricted, though? I don't know if he's restricted or not. So he is not really sure. So he's listed at small forward, right? And it doesn't give us the ability to just sign him outright. But he is a 79 overall, and he is restricted still. And it still doesn't allow us to offer him a contract. Okay, well, whatever. All right. I'm going to try to see if there's a trade that I like personally for like an AD situation. If not, we just run it back with them, which obviously wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Well, I didn't find an Anthony Davis trade. I did find an interesting roster, so I have to show you guys this. The Dallas Mavericks, not only do they not have Luka Doncic, instead, they have Stephen Curry. So Steph and Kyrie Irving are teammates in Dallas, which is just kind of bizarre and very weird, as these two obviously used to go to battle in the NBA Finals, and now they're teammates in Dallas. Kind of weird, but whatever. So we are just going to wait on Max Christie to come back, and at that point, that's basically all we're doing. So I'm going to make sure he doesn't get a qualifier, an offer, and that's all we're going to do. So we're just going to hope continuity serves us right. We made it to the conference finals last year. Maybe the Timberwolves get worse. Player progression, though. It looks like Orlando got worse. They may have lost Suggs, but LaMelo, Anthony Davis are developing. Unfortunately, Reeves is going down, which kind of sucks. Maybe that's why he, didn't really get a good contract, because I guess 2K reads him as someone who's going to continue to regress, which is a little unfortunate. I forgot Vanderbilt is still under contract at this point. Isaac. But yeah, I guess we just have a few other defenders, which is fine. I don't think that's the worst thing to have. But all right, let's get into this next season, and let's hope and pray that this ends up being our year. I think we have the right roster for it. Melo Ball, AD, Austin Reeves, like, it's a good roster. Max Christie is going to start, which is kind of ironic. So they want to start Isaac as well over Rui, Sadiq Bey. I mean, I don't hate it. If that's what we got to do, that's what we got to do. So we'll run it. We'll see how this season goes. And hopefully this team, like I said, ends up dominating the playoffs like they do. Maybe with the deadline, we stop to trade for a center because Koloko is just completely out of the rotation. Obviously, having a back of 5 is very, very important. So maybe we do that. But I'll see you guys either at the deadline or at the end of this season. The LaMelo Ball actually gets MVP at the end of this season, which is kind of fun to see. I decided not to make a trade at the deadline. LaMelo Ball makes All-NBA first team. AD this time does not make an All-NBA team unless... Nope, he does not make it. He does make All-Defensive team, and he does not. So the regression may be starting for him. So if we can get this championship right now, that'd be great. Let's take a look at the player stats. He had 26 from AD, or sorry, from LaMelo, 19 and 10 from AD, 17 from Reeves, 13 from Bey, 13 from Rui. So what I did is I actually just moved Isaac to center. He actually didn't move an overall at all. So yeah, instead of trading for a backup center, which we were over the second apron as well, which kind of made it hard to try to make a trade because the only guy I would have like traded away was like Vanderbilt, and he was only making $12 million. So yeah, there wasn't any centers that were making less than $12 million that were worth trading for. The one guy that I could have gotten was like Derek Lively, but I don't know, man. It just feels like the Mavericks, and we'd have to pay him a lot of money, so it just got expensive. But regardless, we got the Blazers in round 1, so here goes nothing. I am going to just go to an 8-man rotation right away. That way we have our 8 best players possible playing. So we'll see if this ends up working out. So Blazers, who have Scoot, Sharp, Cooper Flagg. So Cooper Flagg being there, obviously as a Blazers fan, that would excite me if that ever ended up happening. They also got Ricochet, and then Robert Williams is still here. Very good roster. Anthony's still there, so would not surprise me in the slightest. We got bounced around 1 here. And they do win game 1, but we won the rest. Okay, so I thought for sure they were going to give us a fight, but they did not. So Utah, we beat them last year, but now they've added Jaden Ivey to the team. Okay. I don't hate that there. So Ivy and Utah, maybe they need another guard with Keontae George. I don't hate it. Ace Bailey's averaging 12.5. Taylor Hendricks averaging 18, and Markkanen's averaging 16 off the bench. All right, here goes nothing. They are the 2nd seed, so they are the higher seed. So we'll see what happens as we're up 3-1. So who cares if they're the higher seed? Wait, maybe game 7. Damn, I was about to say we're up 3-1. Are we gonna be the team that blows a 3-1 lead like this? Maybe, man. It could happen. So here we go. Game 7 in Utah. Would love nothing more than to just run away with this, not even sweat a close game. It is going to be somewhat close, though, and they do take it. We got a 2-point game. I think we watched the end of this, right? I mean, this could be the... I think I'm going to end the video here regardless of what happens. But let's go ahead and see if we can come out and win this thing. So, 2-point lead for the Jazz, and we'll watch what happens. So, 150 to 117. Ace Bailey's going to inbound the ball. They have a 2-point lead, as I said, right now. 5-second violation. What is going on here? All right, Ivy's got the ball. Got Max Christie guarding him. All right, see what Max Christie is going to do with Ivy here. And Ivy is going to bully him and get a point or a basket over him, as Ivy has 27 on the night. Melo Ball is gassed, unfortunately. So we have AD. We have Rui. We have Vanderbilt out here. It looks like Vanderbilt anyway. Melo Ball is just sitting there with the ball. AD is screening for him. He's going to give it to AD, and AD is going to cut and just dunk that thing on them. Let's go. It looks like Hendricks is coming in. I saw that on the sideline, so we love that. But it's a 2-point game once again. A minute 37. Plenty of time left in the clock, so we are not done for just yet here. It's not letting me skip this cutscene or whatever. Or it's not a cutscene, but you know what I mean. All right. Utah's coming back with the ball. We got Reeves. That's still LaMelo. Never mind. Reeves is not out here. So Jaden Ivey, Christie guarding him again. Let's see if Christie can get a stop this time around. AD is going to switch, and that just ended up as a wide open dunk for Walker Kessler. All right. Christie keeps getting cooked so far. LaMelo Ball coming up with the basketball as AD thought he would give him a screen. I was just trying to like LaMelo mid-range hits it. Also a little bit of a fadeaway there. So we'll take that. 30 points on the night for LaMelo. We need to stop, though. We have not gone to stop on these last 2 possessions. Let's see. As Ivy is once again going to have the ball, and we're leaving Keontae George wide open, but thankfully LaMelo got there. And Walker Kessler is going to ask for the ball. Ace Bailey has it. Rui is going to give it to Ivy. Ivy, deep 3. I was about to say, if they hit that, all respect to him. That is a deep 3. All right, so let's see what we can do here as we're going to give it to Rui. AD is... What? What on earth are we doing, bro? Like, that was such a dumb pass, and Hendricks is going to get fouled. Almost an and one. All right, well, so we're trying to throw it in the post. So I don't know why we don't have the ball in, like, LaMelo's hands or AD's hands there. Instead, it's in Rui, and he just throws it to the post to get stolen, which really makes me mad. But we're down 5 now, or 4 if I could do math. So we're down 4. Not over yet, but it's not looking good for us. So... a little disappointed by that last possession. So here goes nothing. Vanderbilt's going to inbound the ball. He's going to give it to LaMelo, I assume, here in a second. Yeah, he gives it to LaMelo, and we call it. It's so dumb. Like, why is there back-to-back timeouts in 2K? It does not make any sense. All right, so here we go. Try this again. Maybe we call a 3rd timeout in a row. Why not? So let's see. Melo Ball this time is going to get it again. Do not call another timeout, please. All right, so Melo Ball has it. We need to score here badly. Going to take George down low, and I'm not liking where this is going. He's going to shoot a terrible shot, and it's going to miss, man. What just terrible basketball, bro. Just absolutely terrible basketball. I can't do any better, though, unfortunately, so what can I really say? Jaden Ivey is going to shoot some free throws. He's going to make the first one, so it looks like we might be going home without a chip today. But you know what? I think in the last few videos, I've been super hot anyway. Like, I think I've gone, like, I don't know how many videos it is in a row, but I'm pretty sure I've won a championship in almost, like, every video I've done. So, yeah, let's just call another freaking timeout. Why not? 119 to 125. Okay, let's, you know, it's not over yet. It's not over till it's over, as they say. We got to get a 3, though, because we're down 6. We have to hit a 3. Let's see what we can do here. LaMelo Ball is going to get it once again. I think. Yep. No, it's AD. LaMelo going to lob it to Anthony Davis, and that was... wow. I don't know what I'm watching at the end of this thing. But, all right. So, unfortunately, the furthest we're going today is we make it to the conference finals, and that is it. So, I'm going to end it on that note. It's super late at night anyway. And like I said, I've been on a run of winning championships. And more than likely, this isn't what's going to happen in real life anyway. This was just a fun video, of course, as always. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll watch this last possession to see if we do anything competent. Really hoist up at 3, and it's out. So, I'm going to end it there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying Peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.